Beatrice, please move. The people want to see me do some cozy colouring. Okay, can we please move? Well, whether you want to or not, that's too bad, because that's what we're going to do today. But I have to move my little kitty out the way. Ow! Oh! Ow! 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 Honestly, do you see what happens and what we go through when we have cats? She actually did get me a little bit, but that's okay. I am kind of used to it by now. Oh, this is why I love cats, because they're just so moody. And I mean, look, I do aggravate her sometimes, but you know, she aggravates me. An eye for an eye. She's just over there at the minute. Hopefully she'll stay out the way. Anyway, guys, hi. Welcome to a colour with me session. This is just a random one that I'm throwing in there because honestly, it has been a week. Oh, a lot of emotional, personal stuff has happened, as well as medical appointments and all that. So I just need a minute, and I just really need to do some cozy colouring with you guys. I just need one of these sessions just to help ease my mind and get me into my colouring zone, this is my safe space. This is my happy place. When I enter my colouring zone with you guys, it makes everything better, kind of. And today I want to do some cozy Bobbie Goods colouring. So I'm putting away the watercolours, the colour pencils today. We are keeping it very simple. And I thought we would, colour in Bobbie Goods colouring book. And I want to show you guys, because I don't think I showed you this, but last year I managed to get a hold of the Bobbie Goods and Ohuhu marker set. I've used them a couple of times and they are beautiful. If you're familiar with Ohuhu markers, like the alcohol markers, these are exactly the same. So that's what we're going to do today. There's 48 markers. So we're just gonna, I've selected a page that I want to colour. So I'll just show you. These are so cute. The colours are so, I don't know, they're just so cozy and wholesome. They work really well in the Bobbie Goods colouring book. And I'll show you what I've coloured with that set of markers. It wasn't that one, because that was before I got the markers. But this is what I used. And it just turns out so nicely. They don't have a black marker in there, which is fine. So I just stole that from my 320 Ohuhu set. But it's just so much fun to use. And like I said, the colours are just a great match for the colouring books. I think that's all I've coloured in this book. It was that page and the rainy days page. And I want to show you another page I've coloured in the other Bobbie Goods book that I have. I actually have all 4 of her colouring books, but these are the only pages that I've coloured. I think I've shown you this, I'm not too sure, but we've done that one as well. Now, I have to apologise. I can't remember the name of her books. Like, she's got them listed on her website, but there's no actual name for this one. I think it might be like the summer one, maybe, or let me find out. Hold on. This one is the spring to summer colouring book. I'm actually going to write that here, otherwise I will forget what it's called. Spring to summer. I'll just make a note of that there. I have all of her other colouring books, like I've said. I think it's a fall to winter. She's got a day to night colouring book as well. And I've actually just ordered the new one she's released, which is on the job colouring book. So that still has to come in the post. Bobbie Goods books are everywhere, so these are nothing new. You've probably seen them everywhere. But the page I want to do is, where is it? It was like a sleepy time, nap time colouring page. Have I grabbed the wrong book? Oh my goodness, what a silly woman. I've grabbed the wrong colouring book. Hold on. Right, well, I feel like a silly woman. I do apologise. My mind is just scattered everywhere. This book is called This and That colouring book. Let's make a note of that. This and That. This and That. Okay. This is the book I want to colour with you guys today. And it's this one. It's a sleepy nap time colouring page. So that's what we are going to do today. I've also got this book out because I took inspiration from this for the sofa and maybe the walls. This book, if you haven't seen it, this is off, I got this off Shein, and it just helps you create patterns and, you know, how to colour in trees and walls. Like, it just gives you a bit more idea, or gives you more ideas, and like wood, how to do wood, and just to fill in all the background spaces, because I was finding that with the, you know, walls and floors and all that, it was a bit basic. So sometimes I just wanted a, you know, something more in the background. So if you want some background fillers, these are perfect. This book, and I have another one that I got off Shein, is so cool. Ooh, maybe we'll try that one. I didn't see that. Anyway, we'll get to that when I get to the sofa. All right, let me just set my things up and we will get started. Let me just try and sort out my life here because I'm all scatterbrainy. So I've got my 48 markers. I have my 48 Ohuhu acrylic markers in case I want to do some acrylic details, and my gel pens and stuff are over there, which I might grab in a minute. Now, in this Bobbie Goods pack, in case you didn't know, she gives you a, or they give you a backing sheet, and it's so cute because it's got all the, you know, the Bobbie Goods goodness on there, and it just fits. It just fits enough for the page there, because we are using alcohol markers and we do need the backing. Also, in the Bobbie Goods Ohuhu pack, you get like a little postcard you can colour and the swatch sheet, and these how the colours turn out. They're so cute. We are going to start with the rug on the floor, and I want that pale purple and sour apple. Sour apple, pale purple. And the bag you get with this is such good quality. Like, I don't know if it's leather or fake leather, but it holds the markers really nicely, and it's good quality, which we all appreciate. And even the, I apologize if you've seen these before, but if you haven't, even the detailing on the little markers, like you've got the Bobbie Goods characters there, and it's in shiny silver lining, and it's so cute. And these are brush tip and the fine tip. I'm just going to start. Me personally, I actually prefer chisel tip because I find for large spaces it's easier. But I'm not saying that the brush markers don't do that, or the brush tip doesn't do that, because it absolutely does. It's just a personal preference. And I find with the brush tip and the chisel tip, if I need to get into small fine detailing, I find that the point on the brush tip reaches well. Go purple again. And this is the purple rug. Yes, Beatrice is right there, ready to pounce on my markers. You think she's having a nap and sleeping? Nope. She's sleeping with one eye open. Now the coffee table is going to be light walnut. Up, Beatrice. There she goes. Right, after some decisions, I've decided to make the wall this floral pattern. So that means we'll need to grab, I reckon, ballet pink and a cherry rose and a green. What do we want? Ballet pink, cherry rose, ballet pink, and a green. Grass green? Yeah, let's go grass green. Let me just get it open again. Where was it? We are testing out the patterns today. So we just get the base colour down first, which was the ballet pink. How good is having a nap on a summer's day? Well, actually, it doesn't have to be a summer's day, just any nap in general. How good is it? But this picture, like, I was just deep in thought with this picture, and you've got you know, you've got the breeze open, the nice summer breeze, you're napping on the lounge. How much better does it get? You've got your cup of tea there, you've got your snacks. It's actually such a good vibe having a nap. There's nothing like a good nap, let me tell you that, and I think we all know that feeling. What I don't like though is sometimes when I get home from work, I accidentally have a nap and then I wake up at like 6 o'clock and there goes my evening. Doesn't happen all the time, but you know, occasionally every now and then you get home from work and you're just absolutely wrecked. I mean, obviously your body needs the nap, but still, later that night, it's just makes it that bit harder to get to sleep. Yeah. But then you wake up and then you've got to cook dinner. Like, you wake up starving sometimes after a nap as well. It's like the nap just consumed all your energy. And you wake up disorientated and you wake up hungry. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what time of day it is after a nap. Just, there's so many things happening when you have a nap. But I don't judge. If you nap all the time, go for it. I do not judge. We don't judge on this channel. I judge myself, that's it. That is the first part of the wall. And then the page keeps closing. Where is it? Okay, and then we just do these little flowers here, which is kind of works because it matches the curtains. Let's see if I can just leave that book open there. And then we get the darker pink. And this is where the fine tip comes in handy, I guess. And then we just do these little flowers. Oops. Right, well that one was a blob, but that's cool. That's okay. Some of them look like flowers and some of them look like blobs. And then we get our green for the leaves. And they're kind of just spreaded randomly, so we'll go. And it's kind of, and all the leaves there. They're not attached to anything. Bit wonky in places, but do one up there. Okay, that's not bad. And there's actually a fourth colour, which is like a darker colour. It's for the centre of the flower, and I might use crimson red. And all you do is do a little dot in the center. Get the fine tip end. I don't know if this will show up. For the couch, we are going to do this pattern minus the strawberries. I just want that crisscross pattern, and the two colors I have are golden champagne and marigold yellow. So we'll just lay down the base color first. Which is your golden champagne. Tell you what, I am zoning out, so this session is working for me anyway. Like this week, I won't go into too much detail because it's personal, but I've just had medical appointments and people have just been very, what's the word? Disappointing as well, and that's just in my social life. That's all I'll say. And it's actually, it doesn't help with my anxiety. You know, people's behaviors and the way they act just doesn't help. When I reflect on it, it doesn't help with my anxiety. But I'm doing these colouring sessions so I don't dwell on it anymore. Like, I know I'm talking to you guys about it just because it's, you know, it's been a week and it's only the beginning of January, so we are off to a good start. And how can I put it? Even though I'm surrounded by so many people who are my people, my true people, and I'm grateful for them, and that's all that really matters. You know, you just focus on what you have and, you know, what you're surrounded by. It just takes one person to ruin it. And this is what I don't like dwelling on. Because that one person's stupid behavior should not affect my attitude, if that makes sense. Oy, oy, oy. And you know, you try and be understanding because, you know, you don't know what other people are going through in their lives, but yeah, it's people's behaviors, it's all in people's actions. You know, no matter what people actually say to you, words, talk is cheap until people put it into action. I'll end with that before this conversation gets too deep and it triggers me more. Now for the lines, we are going to do the marigold, and it's just that crisscross lines. This should be simple enough, right? Hopefully I won't mess this up too much. And a line just there. We'll go the other way. I hope that didn't make me sound like a negative Nancy or whatever, but yeah, you know, you try and keep your head above water sometimes, but it's hard. Anyway, enough dwelling. I hope you guys, you know, are having a good start to the year. We'll just let that dry and see how we're going. Now our doggy friend will be fawn brown and fawn, and I had to just have a quick coffee break, or make a coffee, because what kind of color with me video will this be without a cup of tea or coffee? It's not a cozy video unless there's a beverage involved. Well, I think anyway. Okay, coffee's gonna have to move. Now this is where I shade our puppy friend a little bit. I'm still not the total best with shading with markers. Like, it's definitely something I have to work on. You do have to kind of work a little bit quickly. I'll shade the paw area here. Actually, I want to give Puppy, sorry, can you see that? I want to give Puppy a bit of a blush colour. I don't know if this will work. Just a dark blush colour, and then we just dab it over with fawn, and we'll see how this turns out. Maybe that's too dark. Maybe Puppy will look like he or she has a fever. That's okay. Do some shading here as well. It's just like colour pencil though, you just have to keep going back and forth, back and forth. Oh, that coffee smells so nice. Okay, coffee time. Now for the outside, I want it to be a crystal clear blue, and we are going to use the pale sky blue. Where are you? Right here. Because I really want to try and capture that crystal clear blue sky on a summer's day. So hopefully it gives that vibe. For the curtains, we are using, what is this? Lemon chiffon, and the flowers will be crystal blue. This is a very pastel-y yellow. I remember on one of my videos last year, I can't remember if it was a TikTok colouring video that I did or a YouTube one, somebody commented, and they weren't rude, they just like, oh my gosh, like, how hard are you pressing your brush tips? And it looks like I'm pressing really hard, but I'm actually not. And these brush tips are very resilient. Like, obviously if you press too hard, you're gonna de-shape them, but I have pressed firmly before in the past and they just bounce right back. So they're quite firm to a point, I think. In the blue flowers. Right, let's figure out what colours we're going to do for these pot plant tree things. Decision has been made for the pots. Permison. For the shrubs, I'm going to do a mix of grass green, fern green, and yellow green. So we'll start with our pots. They're just going to be a basic orange colour. What's this one? That's fern green. Wrong end. And then this is the melon green. And then I'm going to do my dotting effect. Okay. Now I need a brown for the branchy bits, so we might go russet brown, which is right here. It's all about the little fine details. We have to fill them in. Alright, so skip ahead. You probably haven't even noticed, but I've just coloured all the little bits and bobs around the place, because honestly, trying to decide what colours take me ages to decide. So I've done all that, and now I'm doing the lamp shade, and we are going to make that thistle, sorry, not thistle, pale purple. The lamp shade is pale purple. Actually, I might get a darker, see if I can shade it a bit. Maybe with some dark lilac. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if it'll work. And then we get the dark lilac. I don't know if this will be dark enough. Just shade it a little bit. Put it here. Don't know if that's quite dark enough. Alright, we'll see how that dries. Sorry, the camera battery died. You know what? It's so annoying because on my screen it shows 2 bars. So I think I have 2 bars left, but obviously 2 bars means I've got like 1 second left and then it dies. So I do apologize because it's happened in my previous videos. I just need to pay more attention to my camera screen. Anyway, what I was saying was I want to do a frosted glass look for the door. I don't know how this will turn out. I don't know how this will turn out. I have my 2 colors, Arctic Blue and Collingwood Grey, and I'm going to do a mix of those colors. Hopefully it'll work out, but you know how you picture something in your head and it doesn't work out? We'll see. I'm just going to do blobs of these colors, just mixed randomly. Don't know if this will work. I don't even know if these 2 colors will mix very well together, but anyway. Okay. I want the blue down here. Blue. I don't have any plan with this. This is just random blobs of the color that I'm doing. And hopefully it'll blend nicely together. the small section of the floor is going to be fawn. I want to make it a wooden type floor moment. And actually, let me get, what is it, chocolate mocha for the wood effect. And then what we do, get the fine tip and then just do your, you know, your wooden liney bits. I mean, probably looks like there's worms on the floor, but you get the idea of what it's supposed to be. And this is the darkest brown in the pack. There's a few dots. Right. Our kitty friend is going to be a Russian blue. And what I mean by that is a grey kitty. And our pillows are going to be navy blue. What's this? Vintage navy. And they're going to be a striped pillow moment. Because who doesn't like a navy stripe moment? Down here. What I'm thinking, in my other pattern book, so there's two, for the blanket, I saw, you know, the sweater knit pattern that they do in this. I want to kind of do that for the blanket, but I don't know, I don't want all the patterns, because I don't want too many patterns here. So I want to do the blanket in pear green, but I'm just thinking, how can I do the blanket? Like, I saw this sock, which I think I might just copy that design and kind of do the knit bits on the edges. I don't know if it'll work out. This is just an experiment, because it's the first time I've actually practiced with this type of sweater knit pattern. I think I know how to do it, and once I get my white pens out, it'll come into effect. But for now, I'm just going to do colour in the blanket, kind of copy that sock design, and we'll see how we go. And then this will be the final colour with my alcohol markers, and then I'll just do the, you know, the gel pen and acrylic marker detail. But I actually don't mind how this page is turning out. Gel pens, check, and the 48 Ohuhu acrylic markers. I do have the pack of 24, but then of course Ohuhu released a 48 color pack, and I'm like, oh, just when I bought the 24. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They'll probably release like 80 colors next, so that's got to look out for that. I'm not saying they will, I'm just saying that, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, let's have a look at what I want detailing of. Let's start with our sleepy friend here. I was going to find a brown that kind of matches our sleepy friend. And browns, it's not really... what's this one? I have to swatch. I haven't done the swatch cards, so that doesn't... I'll have to organise to do that. But for now, we are just going to use our scrap paper. That might be okay. I should actually shake them before I use them. Or, what else have we got? Our browns. This one. No, that's too light. You know what? I think we might be using the darker one. And just go over the lines here. You don't have to do this, but it just adds a bit of pop. It just adds a bit of something, something. And again, because it's Ohuhu, you've got that really lovely brush tip. And these colours are really opaque and lovely. I've got white for the pillows. And I'll just go over that. My hand is very shaky. This one down here. Oops. I don't actually know if there's a navy type blue. Nah, there's no real dark ones. The darkest one is this, but I don't think that will quite cut it. Oh, this is a grey. Let's just swatch the grey, because sometimes you get a... That might work actually. Let's just see. Sometimes you get a nice blue grey. That's not bad. Alright, and then for the curtains, I've got this light yellow here. So with the blanket, I found a green, but I just need to see, where's that sock page gone? Because I need to see what they've kind of done. So I might need my black pen and my white gel pen. That's plus one will do. Let's see if I can do like a stitching effect. I'm just going to outline it first. It's not the exact green, but it's the closest match we have with the acrylic markers. Make it fluffy. Looks nothing like the sock there, but that's okay. I've just had a change of ideas. Okay, I'm just going to leave it as that. Don't know if that's the effect I wanted, but we'll just go with it. That was just an experiment. Very wonky with my hand. Now this door turned out interesting. Probably not how I envisioned it, but we'll just go with it. Just add more glassy streaks here. Okay, I'm going to call this page all finished. Nope, not done. I've decided just to colour in the border here. That's all I'm doing. And then we're going to call this finished. Now I know it looks a bit blotchy, but I'm doing that on purpose. Or I'm leaving it like that because I like, it kind of looks like a little bit of a rustic water effect. So that is why I am not going over, like I'm not doing a second coat with the marker because I like that effect. There we go. Now I'm calling this page done and completed. I actually don't mind how it turned out. I mean, some bits are not how I envisioned, but it works. It's not a bad finish. And I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for letting me have this space with you and to colour with you. It's actually just what I needed this afternoon in my free time. And I'm so grateful that, you know, you guys join me and hear me go on about a few bits and pieces. But we are all just trying to navigate through life. Let me just put it that way. This is what my soul needed this afternoon. And I'm going to say goodbye here. And thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.